Imagine doing a budget aggro rose deck. I think this is technically a budget deck still, because it does not cost $1 million to make. Coconuts oil. Welcome to the family. Run tricorn? Stupid. There. It's way better. You guys really want me to run Tricorn instead of Jumping Beam? I could. Alright, we'll do Tricorn. Screw it. I feel like maybe 4 would be too much, so maybe we'll go 2 and 2 as a compromise. Because we're all about compromising here on the Fry 'em Up channel. We compromise our morality, we compromise all kinds of things. Isn't Carrotillery outclassed by Red Stinger? Well, they're not in the same class. Plus, I think that's a big mistake because the problem, Kirby, I'm so glad it's you asking this too. The reason why I don't believe in Red Stinger is because aggro decks need to go face, and Red Stinger...
So I return Papa Fry. Yes, I have Papa Fry. Oh, Papa Fry. Grandma's panties are as moist and scrumptious as a salty taco.
I'm really glad that this guy's moaning really loud so we can't hear this crap. Shut up, Pickle. Thanks for the 200 bits.
Good luck.
The problem with Red Stinger is that in order to be an aggro card, it is limited to a very specific amount of lanes, and those lanes happen to have had minions in them already. Which is the worst type of lane that you want an aggro card to be played in. Now, this does have team up, so you have that option of doubling it up with another card in order to sort of give it a bullseye effect. But if you're limited to that, then it becomes inconsistent. Now, I will try some Red Stinger decks. 211A sent me his thing that has Red Stinger in it. I'm gonna give it a whack. I'm just... I'll admit I haven't tried Red Stinger. I've tried it a few times, and that's always been the problem. I guess if we try it maybe in different types of decks, it'll do better, you know? Same reason you don't like Cro-Mags, because it's very limited to lanes. This thing moans so loud. This is the worst noise. I wonder which person in the PopCap studio made that noise. If you could mix 3 classes, what would they be? It would be brainy, sneaky, and crazy. That's what I would mix. There's a bunch of really retarded things you can do with brainy, sneaky, crazy, like teleporting in a stupid Cupid and it being deadly. There's just a bunch of like, those are the 3 classes that actually work on the zombie side, and there's just a bunch of stupid things you could do with that. That's always like, ah, darn, I wish Infinity had brainy too. Wait, Trump, are you more liberal or conservative? Do you mean Fry? I think for my goddamn self, instead of signing up for brainwash. That's my actual answer. Triforce Comet? Welcome back. It's Carrotillery? I didn't even spell it right. It's carrot. Oh my gosh. It's actually pronounced Carrotillery instead of Cartillery. Wow. I hate this card. Why am I running it? Carrotillery. And there's still 2 L's at the end? Gosh. Imagine misspelling the street. I don't care. Imagine trying that spelling. Shut up, Cartillery! You're so annoying! Wow, this guy! Not only does he have the most annoyingly spelled name in the history of English, but he goes, he sounds like... He sounds like a certain type of person doing a certain action. I will not fill in the blanks there because I'll probably get banned on Twitch. Even though it's not racist at all. That was your hint, though. Come on, chat. You know what it is. I'm just gonna make you guys say it. Lila Toby, Tom Harley, Tom. He sounds like a Jew earning a lot of money. I think Cattail's gonna carry this deck. That's my opinion. Papa Fried, do you like hugs? Oh yeah. Guys, can you put the flopcorn back in the microwave and then it'll just... Should I try it? I'm putting the flopcorn back in the microwave, guys. I'm doing the cardinal sin of popcorn. Let's try it. We'll give it like 1 minute. Does it, can you heat up the flopcorn and then it'll pop? That's the real question. The flopcorn. Your mom's a flopcorn. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. It probably needs to be in a bag. Achoo! Achoo! It's not working. It's burning. Oh. Ow. Not one of these flopcorns popped. I'm very upset. I'm very upset. They're basically useless. It's a flopcorn. Spaghetti Do It Gamer? No, it's Splat the Do It Gamer. my salt go? Where are we gonna get that much salt? Where are we gonna get that much salt? Guys, we're starting the stream in 30 seconds. Let's see if I find my goddamn salt. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, here it is. It was hiding behind a thing. Okay, let's go, guys. Why is everyone spamming Kappas? Bog you. Alright, guys. Timeout time. That was a lot. Who else are we getting? What else are we getting? This is the time. This is my favorite part of the stream where I have to time out a bunch of people. It's so good. Alright, let's start. Let's just start. What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today I decided to make a deck with a card that I never use. I don't know if I've ever ran this in a deck. Maybe back in 2016 I did. It is the Carrotillery. Now, I'm not going to even keep this on the screen because it makes the most annoying noise in the entire history of noises. So this is an aggro rose deck. It's actually really built to be a budget aggro. It's not running any legendaries, really just limited super rares. Of course, you have your Haunted Pumpkin. You got like event cards like Sporticus, but that's really it. The rest of the deck is just a bunch of uncommons, commons even, or even running Cattail, which 3 damage amphibious on turn 3 is not that bad, so shut up. And really just running a very, very cheap aggro rose. I think this deck will do very well. The idea is just to put as much damage on your opponent's face as possible. Carrotillery does 5 damage on turn 4, and it can sometimes, oh my gosh, I'm not clicking on that again. It can almost be 5 damage bullseye if this is put together with, let's say, another minion that they don't front. Because, again, team-ups, they only charge the block meter 1, so this won't add any block meter charge, which is amazing. Let's see if this does well. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much to Great Hilo. Welcome to the family. It's like a French carrot who is very close. It's not good. Yeah, well, I have my volume turned up all the way. That's why it feels so loud to me. Jeez. Okay, so we're looking for a 1-drop. We're looking for a 1-drop. We're looking for a 1-drop. We'll keep it 2. I sure hope he ends up with a 3 right now. Let's go! Game sound is too loud? Why do people subscribe? It's to support the streamer. You get little emos, you get a little badge next to your name. Frymup loves you forever. Baby Fry loves you forever. There's a lot of like perks, you know? Put this here. And we're eating popcorn. Say the date, Fry. It's January 24th. 2 days until Kobe Bryant's yard site. Oh my gosh, that was the most Jewish thing I could say. A yard site is their death anniversary. Jews are really into that stuff. We're gonna get out aggroed by the stupid pet deck. See that already. Cattail does 3 amphibious damage on turn 3. What a great aggro card. Really, there's just nothing better to run with Rose. Like, with Solar Flare, you have cards like Poison Ivy and Zapricot, which just do a lot. Your music's really low, yeah. It's like that on purpose. I'll turn it up just to try. Is the microphone sound low today? What in heck? Thank you, Hoodie Orange, for subscribing. Just failed. I feel like we survive this turn, usually, so let's just go face. We can probably win with this next turn, as long as he doesn't have like a lunchbox or something. Let's do this one. This one. 5 damage shouldn't win next turn. Please don't roll a 3. We're done. Never mind, we lose. I think we could actually make it. We'll freeze and see what we get. Rats. So let's freeze this one, which runs away. I'm slaying sheep. Ugh. Yuck. So I guess it's just a carrot. This still usually wins. Freeze! He's running.
Fry, why do you have a casting couch? Lol.
Why do you have a casting couch? It's actually just a couch. I've never cast anyone on it, but I mean, if you're interested. Okay, so we can roll 1 and 0 and win. Mini lad, be my dad. What the hell? Does anyone remember Instablocks? Yes. Instablocks are stupid. Is there a way? I think it's like this. It's a little bit odd. I think we just move that here. We only need the 1 damage. So I think we just let these trade. Now we have 2 lanes of lethal before his cat lady attacks. I guess Alien News is like the best thing for him. Wow, he didn't have it. Can't believe we won that game. Alright, 1 and 0 with the Carrotillery deck. I think Carrotillery basically carried this deck. Everyone knows that. We're 1 and 0. Screw this guy. Good ass play. Bandit not have an Alienist or a Locust Storm or anything. Or anything good. Oh, we got our 1-drop. We're just gonna mulligan these in order of like their cost, starting from high to low. Your mom is high. I wonder if this is good. We just keep it 4. Like we'll probably get something to do on turn 3. Maybe I can mulligan this. We have a lot of 4s in this deck. All right, let's look for a 1, 2, or 3 here. That's better. Your mom is high. Do this here. So he successfully defends, but we end up with tempo. So Haunted Pumpkin is a really good answer to Gladiatoire. Fry, you're looking sexy today. Come on over. What's up, guy? I get hit on by guys so much. It's lovely. I think this is a good go-to-fi because it just makes him... keeps us on the field, makes him not have essentially a control card for next turn. He might not have anything for next turn. And we'll just continue the tempo. I'd love a 3 or a 4 in the next couple drops. Why jumping bean? It clears a lane to do more damage, and then it adds 3 damage to the field. I think it's a legit. Jumping bean's an underrated card. I think if they would finally nerf Shamrocket and like buff Gargs and stuff like that in this game, that Jumping Bean is legit going to be a really good card. Bounces on trickable guys. Do we front this? I think so. We just don't want to deal with a bunch of Gargs next year. Especially Smash with Garg throwing Garg and all that crap. Ouch. Mars Flytrap needs Bullseye. It'll be like extra Bullseye. Wow. Smash Nibble was so good there. Let's see what we're up against. Jeez. No Gargs though. I think it's just like this. You can't really teleport anything in. Okay. Apparently doesn't have any Gargantuars. Maybe we'll have one. Is today 2 Bishop? About some random Jewish holiday that celebrates trees. No one really knows what it's about. I think so. Maybe we should just mob the Garg. Maybe that's a better play. So we can go 5 just here, does 3 damage. We can also go 4 and 1. It'll add 4 damage instead of 3. What are your thoughts on homosexuality? I think everyone should just do whatever the hell they want to do, and people should not be telling others who they can be attracted to and who they can't. Is the microphone really too quiet? Or is the game sound just too loud? It's not wholesome, it's just called being smart. It's called basic intelligence. The mic is quiet. It's so weird. It's them indirectly hitting on you, I know. If only I were by. If only. So the microphone is quiet. I don't... It's so weird because my OBS says that it's loud. I wonder why that is. I guess I can... adjust the filter? And make the output gain higher. Hello. We can also make the threshold higher. Hello. Is that better? Hello. Is that better? That should be better. Yeah, I'm with Garg throwing Garg, so for those wondering why the hell we're running this card, get wrecked. Killing the Gargologist and preventing the Garg throwing Garg. Mogging it. This guy's no block meter anymore. This guy's so screwed. We're in really good shape. Alright, how do we do this? Elderberry kills the Gladiator. Oh, and then this lane just ends up being open. Okay. So as long as he does not get Zombot, we're good. He has only one shot at the Zomba. I believe this throws... No, I can't throw in lane 3. He got Nurse! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He heals for 6. Bruh is right. We're still right in this game. We're right in this game. Come on, man! Imagine these Zombots now. Nope. I think we freeze that. Give him one of those and give him one of those. We're still in amazing shape here. Oh, he had the ally news now. Now we're only doing 3 to face, but again, he could roll double 1s and win. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we're still in such incredibly great shape. He has 3 cards in hand. Oh, we're in such good shape. That's bad. So if we nerf this, he gets him to exactly 6. So we're gonna have to high roll now. In fact, we can't even set it up. Well, oh, it's like this. Oh, you hit the strike through before he heals. Okay, this is the play. You don't upgrade the elderberry. The strike through happens before he heals. Is there any point in playing this card? It doesn't really matter. Game mechanics. This strike through damage will kill him. No, he had weed. Okay. He had 2 cards left and one was weed spray. We couldn't have gone a 5 damage elderberry in lane 1 because of the black hole. Wow, that game. Wow, that game. Come on, man. That was a miracle. So he gets Nurse from Garg throwing Garg. Top deck's a second Nurse. Top deck's Weed Spray. He had that Alien. There were so many things. There's so many opportunities for us to win that game. Wowie. Why your laugh is cute. You guys are cute. Alright, let's go. Against crappy Rust Bolt. I'll take it. Top deck means it's the thing which... Top deck really means is when you have no cards left in your hand, and the only thing you can play that turn is what you pull off the top of your deck. I misuse it, and I just say it's the card that you pull off the top of your deck. That's what you had available. Some people get really mad because they're like, Fry, I know what top deck means. I'm like, shut up, you know exactly what I meant. That's what communicating is that you know what the person meant. Not that I'm gonna say a thing which exactly fits with your connotation, you freaking entitled piece of card. Sorry. I do want to watch the NFL games. I'm not going to watch them live, but I don't have a live streaming service because I live in Canada, and the only one is like DAZN, and it sucks big time, big sucky. But I'll watch it after the fact. They're like on YouTube. Yeah, I love American football. It's the only sport I follow. I really want to see a Chiefs-Packers Super Bowl because those are the 2 teams I've been watching for and rooting for. Watching and rooting for the entire year. I'm actually a huge... I grew up in Minnesota, but I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I feel like he's been one of the most underrated players the last 5 years in the league. To see that Super Bowl would be my dream. I don't even care who wins. I would almost be rooting for the Packers, to be honest, but like I don't even care at that point. Let's go. Why is Cattail in my deck? It's 3 damage on turn 3 in the water lane. Not bad. Need an amphibious minion. I'm a bandwagon. To be honest, I wasn't like rooting for Kansas City and the Packers since the playoffs. I've been rooting for them since week 1. The 2 teams I've been watching have been the Packers and Kansas City. I don't care about the Buffalo Bills, and who's the 4th team? I'm so spaced out right now. Let's get him. A-Rod's amazing. A-Rod's actually probably my favorite player in the NFL, especially because of how much the Packers organization has screwed him over the years. And he's still the GOAT. Oh, the Bucks, yeah. The Bucks have always been interesting. I was watching them beginning of the season, then I got burnt out because they sucked, and then they kind of got their SH1T together. That's interesting too. You can't count them out. It's a great football team. When is the 69K sub special? Tomorrow, probably. As soon as Slage makes this goddamn video. That's when. Huh. I wonder if we Shellery here. This is better. Thank you, Ribsy, for
I'd
subscribing.
still like to see a plant and zombie deck with 0 minions.
Just tricks. If EA asked you to be the ambassador of PvZ Heroes, will you take it? I don't know what that means. I already am. That wouldn't change anything. I don't mean to say that arrogantly. It's like I'm the main person who makes content for this game, so whether they like it or not. In fact, they not, because there used to be a community manager who hated me, who worked for PopCap, and screw yourself. That's all I can say to that guy. Go screw yourself. How much stream delay is there? Just look at the chat and then look at the chat on the screen. It's about 3 seconds. And pretty low latency. Why would anyone hate Fry? Because the guy had issues. When someone hates you, it's not because of you, it's because of them. They have their traumas and their issues, and they can't handle certain things in their life. You have to remember that. It's important. OTK Imposter, here we go. Shut up. I think we win. Pretty sure we win here. I would like you to be my therapist, Mr. Fry. Hit me up on Facebook. We'll make an appointment. If one person hates another person, people think, oh, there's something wrong with the person being hated. So there must be something wrong with Trump if everyone hates him. No. If someone hates another human being, they have the problem. It's their issue. The hater has the issue. They have a trauma, and a person reminds them of their personal trauma. Sorry, guys. It's the truth, though. I think this goes here. Oh, wait. Here. Bad acid rain. That's only sometimes? No, it's always. It depends what hate. If you disapprove, that's a thing. You know, you can. I believe in criticism, but if you hate, if you can't stand the person, that's your problem. You have a trauma. Why can't you tolerate their existence? I mean, if the person's trying to kill you or something like that, he's trying to take away my healthcare. It's not threatening you. It's not changing your life. It doesn't matter. If you have a preoccupied hate with someone, that's your problem. It's not my problem, it's definitely them, you see? That's what people with trauma say. Just gotta break through and do a few more damage here. Your facial expression kind of changed? How much for an hour of therapy? It's not therapy because I'm not registered because the government doesn't let me do it. So, life coach. I'm a life coach. Stupidest thing ever. Why would you galvanize that? Why would you galvanize that card? You just wasted such a powerful card. And you're dead anyway. Maybe he was BMing himself. It didn't matter. Man just committed Despacito 2. Do you hate Hitler, and why is it your fault? I don't hate him. Obviously think that he was doing a very immoral thing, but I don't hate him. But if a person has this... Now, I'm not trying to say that this is necessarily a bad thing, but if a person just... They can't stand. The fact that someone like that existed annoys them to no end. That's a trauma. That is a trauma. That is the person themselves. You can totally think that it was the correct thing to bomb the crap out of him. We have to defend ourselves from a person who's going around trying to kill everyone with a stupid ideology. You can think he was an idiot, but you don't have to feel this hate, this preoccupied, this compulsive hate, even towards someone as evil as Hitler. That's a trauma. Sorry. Reality check. There's different types of hate. If the hate is, well, this person's a threat to me, so therefore I'm going to defend myself, that's not a trauma. That's a fight or flight response. But if the person is no threat to you at all, zero, the fact the person even existed, it doesn't affect your life right now, and you still are just thinking about the person the whole day, believe you me. Believe you to me. So we want this to be against the guy on the ground, I believe. Because the guy in heights is probably better. If a person's a threat to your idea, what does it mean they're a threat, though? If they disagree with you and you hate someone for disagreeing with you, should they hate you? You disagree with them, should they hate you? Is that a justified thing? They should just hate you as much as you hate them. I wonder if this goes on high. I think this just goes here. We'll play our own alieners. Screw it. But tell me the counter argument. Why should you hate people who disagree with you, but they should not hate you back? Because as much as they disagree with you, you disagree with them. Are you, as everything opinion you have, the objective truth? Certainly not. Moral, what does morality mean? Jeez, we're getting to a deep fry session now. Morality, there's two types of morality. There is the agreements we make with each other. We decide, hey, we're not going to kill each other. We're not going to steal from each other. We're going to believe in property. We're going to believe in human rights. That's the first type of morality. The second thing is an instinct that we have. Those who did not go around killing each other, who had that instinct, survived more often than those who would go around senselessly killing other people, because other people would prevent them. They would kill them first. They would get revenge. So there's an instinctive morality we have, but then there's the intellectual agreements we make as a society. Two types of morality. What is the play? Am I still playing around Alien News? I don't think so. Screw this guy. I don't care about his side of the story. It's called trauma. Every opinion that I have about PvZ Heroes is the objective truth. Very good example. Religious people would say morality is from God and not from evolution, but what religious people don't realize is that that's their opinion. That is an opinion because people disagree about that. Arrogance is when a person turns their opinions into facts. They say, since I think this, therefore it's true. That's what arrogance is. It's okay. We actually hope this goes here so we can hit him twice. Nice. I dislike Trump because I feel like he didn't do enough for COVID. You can criticize a president, but that's not hate. That's dislike. You have a criticism. It's not this preoccupied hate where you just, oh, it's so bad. The fact that he's the president is so bad. That's hate. Is it wrong to hate? I didn't say it's wrong to hate a serial killer. You should try to prevent them. You should try to lock them up in jail. That's you protecting yourself. Now, if you're just the fact there's a serial killer, even though it's no threat to you at all, just the fact that they exist just bothers you no end. I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling that way, but that is a trauma. That's definitely a trauma. A fear. It could just be a fear. A great amount of fear. Same thing. A trauma and a fear are the same. I'm not saying it's wrong, guys. Alright, let's see what happens here. Elder Lane 5. Not a bad idea. We could win here. Got him. I think we would have won that game without the lucky block meter break, but it happened. Is having a trauma an issue? I'm not saying you're a bad person for having a trauma, but my point is that when someone hates you, you have to realize that that is usually 99% of the problem. It's a thing with them, not with you. You can't take that personally. You have to lower your respect for what other people think about you. Because if you have too much respect for what other people think about you, you're gonna, every time someone thinks something bad about you, and it's completely their issue and you didn't do anything wrong, you're gonna be bothered from that. I mean, it's good to think. It's like, hey, maybe I can do something better. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's getting you depressed, you have to lower your respect for other people. Really important. It's good to respect other people, but don't respect them to the point that them having a mere opinion about you bothers your life, and that you can't be happy because of that. Fry, is this my opinion or is this a fact? This is my opinion. Everything I just said is not an objective fact. It's an opinion. And because there's people who disagree with me. People will think that their morality, their religious morality is objective. That's what makes it an opinion. How do we treat haters? Ignore them. Lower your respect for haters. Someone hates other people, just lower your respect. We all think, oh, we need to have respect to other people. Yeah, respect them as human beings. Provide for them. They have human rights. Treat them with basic decency. But don't respect them to the point where their opinion bothers you. To the point where you're not happy now. Hate is synonymous with like, and that's why I said hate could be this very, very strong disapproval. That's not a trauma, but if it's preoccupying a person's life and making them unhappy, that is a trauma. Unless it's a direct threat to their safety, then they feel this great fear, and that's the source of the unhappiness. But if it doesn't actually, it's not a direct, immediate threat to their physical safety, then it's Bolshevik. Look at this play. We move it. Wait, this moves? Oh, really? Wow, game mechanics just messed. I thought we would get a 3 damage in here. Why did he play the goat here, by the way? I thought we had. I didn't think this would activate. It goes from left to right. Really? I feel like at the time this was played, this lane was clogged, so the scaredy cat should not activate the hunt. It should have been activated at the time we played it, not like this sweeping motion that goes from left to right. But you know what? I've been playing this game for 4 years. You learn new things every day. I guess we still get the 3 damage. It's just annoying now if this gets 6 attack. Could you just get 5? It doesn't really matter, because next turn it actually gets blocked. That was actually sort of miraculous. Is he gonna nibble this? Or lunchbox? It's a pet tag. I bet he lunchboxes this. Still not great because he's still spending 2 cards just to get a mediocre card back. I know this grows from. He's going face. Man's going face. Wow. someone's opinion bothers you, how do you encounter the issue? You have to look in yourself. Instead of being mad at them, look into yourself and understand, why does their opinion bother me? Have I had an experience in my life that makes that person's opinion feel like a threat? Because a person's opinion shouldn't be a threat. Again, if it's Hitler, if you live in Germany and this person is trying to convince everyone to become fascist, that's a real threat to your immediate threat to your safety. So that's not a trauma that you have. That's a real fight or flight response. It's very good to act on that. Is it turn 5 yet? I think we'll do this because the strike tiers are going to be more useful down the stretch. Some move pads, get out of the way, Deck. I almost wonder if that was the worst case scenario, because we need the damage. We'll have a play for 6 next turn. Oh no, this just kills us now. Oh, we can't do this, huh? Alright, we'll do it next turn. The Frady does 6 if we would whack there. Unless we would whack this for 1, it's not worth it. No one's convincing anyone to be a Nazi. We just like using Hitler as the ultimate example of, like, the person who it's good to hate. And you don't have to feel this preoccupied hate. You can think that's a bad thing. It's just fascism. It's very bad. There's no problem with that. But if you are throughout your daily life very bothered the fact that that existed, you have to work on yourself. I think we're always dead, because he has lethal in 4 lanes, and we don't have a way to get to 7 damage here. 3, 3, and 1. Maybe we do, actually. We'd have to roll exceedingly lucky. No, we don't. Never mind. They don't have it. What the heck am I talking about? Just miscalculate. We didn't have a way. We're 1 off. I'm not bothered throughout my daily life, but you still consider it hatred. And I just dislike. So that's why when I say the word hate, I specified. I didn't say all hate therefore means you have a trauma. I said there's different types of hate. If one is you very extremely disapprove, then that's a very good thing to have. That means you're a smart human being. But if your hate is something which emotionally just bothers you and preoccupies you, that is what I'm talking about as a trauma. Unless it's immediate threat, an actual immediate threat to your safety. I think we're in complete agreement then. What defines hate? There's no one thing that defines it. That's the point. These words mean several different things. And hate's not necessarily a bad thing. If a person has a trauma, person has a negative experience with something, and something reminds them of that, and therefore they hate that person that reminds them of that, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just the fact a person has a trauma, and the issue is with their trauma, not with necessarily the other person. It doesn't mean you're a bad person now. I don't think there should be a stigma around that. I think it just means that instead of concentrating on trying to impeach that person, you should actually look into yourself and say, hey, like, why does this bother me so much? It's just a matter of how you deal with it, and also how the person who is hated should deal with it. You shouldn't care that much. That's the point. Hate can simply be put into a negative category, but if you're smart and you understand the psychology of hate, then it's not a negative category. You have to just deal with it appropriately. A person has this instinct. Deal with it appropriately, but don't mix all hate into one. I feel like that's when you start dealing with things inappropriately. So when you start mixing unlike things into one category and just say they're all the same. Not all hate is created equally. I think hating someone based only on what others have told you about them is always wrong. I would say that's probably true. Now again, if it's a matter of trying to stay safe from a person, that's a tough thing, you know? It really depends. Do you trust when one person says something bad about someone? Should you trust them or not? Depends what they're saying. Depends who they're saying. I think you don't have to completely believe it or completely not believe it. You can say, hey, because my safety is on the line, I'll at least suspect what they're saying is true, but not to completely believe it. I agree with you. That would be pretty stupid. I think this is the play. Well, how about Mog? This dies, and Mog sometimes makes us survive. I think it's Mog and one attack. Oh, that was huge. We don't want it hunting. Well, maybe we do want it hunting this. Huh, maybe the play was playing this horse and then mogging, because then even if this has 2 attack, it's not going to have 3 attack unless it's, there's a few things that have 3 attack, but yeah, the play was actually Sporticus and then Mog, but we lucked out. Is the 1 health better than the 2 health? Yeah, it actually still would have been better, even if that has 1 attack, because 2 health against the Morticia is better than 1, way better than, having 2 guys with 2 health is better than 1 with 1, 1 with 3, because now we can nibble this, or black hole it. It's probably just Elderberry. The nibble, but the nibble gets punished so hard here. And these still actually trade. And it still does 4. I get wrecked. God. I think I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Usually the ones where I'm just doing the weird rants, I don't end up putting on YouTube, but I think this was a pretty good one today. Deep Fry stream. I should put this on the Deep Fry. It's just be me playing video games and ranting about stuff. Maybe that should be the whole Deep Fry channel. Should you recycle 2 Zombots to make your 3rd Trickster? I would say, or do you keep it as a Botster deck? I didn't know Botster is a thing. Zombot Trickster works. Either way is good. I would say having Trickster, since it works with so many heroes, is better. Like 1 Trickster is better than 2 Zombots. It's really 1 Trickster is 4 Zombots, so that's a lot. But really, Zombot's really only competitive with the Morticia. There's no other hero, and it's not even the best deck in the game. It works. We went 10-0 with it. It was kind of amazing. I need to bring back Botster. Now that we know that that's a thing. I'm writing it down. Bring back Botster. I forgot about the ramp Morticia decks. There's probably a lot of those new, like even more. We've done about 5 different versions of that, but the Zombot Trickster was the best. That was so good. I got Saman's approval on that. He's the one who kind of showed us that concept of using Cryo Brain and Control and then teleporting in big cards with the Morticia. But he actually thought that the Trickster Zombot was the GOAT. Botster, love it. Sure. It's weird. I've been inconsistent in terms of what am I valuing more. Is it the Shellery or the Mars? In fact, this is a damaged Mars, which makes it worse than a 2-2. I've sometimes been putting the Mars in front because the Shellery's better, sometimes putting the Shellery in front. It's really hard to say. Wow, this guy has no block meter. This is amazing. This is like 4 bullseye. Pass Sporticus. This is a really, really strong play against this pass. This is just a difficult lane to deal with in general. You know, it's on heights. He doesn't have like the 1 damage. I'll need like really 2 cards to deal with this, and it's all tricks. So this Sporticus just does all this extra free damage. He decided to value that more. Yeah, but still, Sporticus just is ripping him to shreds. He'll be down to 9. Mog. When I say Mog, I usually mean the superpower Transmogrify, which is the Rose superpower that turns him into a 1 or 2 cost card. Is there anything else in this game that's Mog? What in heck? What is he gonna bonus attack that? I think we just apply more pressure. Oh, this should have gone here. Whoops. I should have procced the block with this, because usually all gets blocked. Oh, come on, Fry. I did not look. I did not look at his block meter. But if we roll a 1, this is incredible. Pretty stupid. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I don't ever wanna hear you say that. You are my fire, my one desire. Wow! Wow, what's the play? Mog? Or like Pog? I think with the freeze, this is the play. Well, with the freeze and with another strike-through card in our hands, I think this is the play. This is the most risky line that we could take here. I don't think blocking the 1 matters. In fact, this 1 usually brings our block meter up to full, so we don't want to put it here. We don't want to kill the power flower. We want it available for the next shot. We have freeze, so I don't have to really worry about the damage, and we have another strike-through. So this strike-through damage matters so much. Well, I guess it does it anyway. Oh, that's a good tap deck. Like, he can't just play Valk or Trickster and just win here. Which is amazing. Second Trickster still wins. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I don't ever want playing around bonus attack. It's better in lane 1 to freeze lane 1 because then bonus attack doesn't make him win. Right now, bonus he doesn't win with bonus attack. He loses because of the strike through. Bungie. You got him. Hello, Mitch. Hello, everyone. Sunday. Sunday is when we get all the new people. The weekend. I hate the weekend. I don't like the guys with the high-pitched voices. I don't like it. It doesn't sound good to me. Nothing personal. I don't like his hair either, but it has nothing to do with his hair. With the weekend. I don't like Drake either. I like guys with real voices, not falsettos, which is most of the singers nowadays. I don't ever wanna hear you say. Ooh, that's a good curve. Fry, you're a homophobe? Is the weekend gay? Oh yeah, that's why. It's not because I don't like his voice or his musical talent. It's obviously because of his racial identity. I'm probably racist too now. Who are you talking about? There's a artist called The Weeknd. He's the one who... That guy. Yay, we love you, bro. You guys are cute. It's just so cute. I said if you hate Hitler with a preoccupied hate, it's your problem. So they're from a Nazi. I'm a Jewish Nazi now. Shut up. You guys. You don't like The Weeknd? Canceled. I don't ever wanna hear you say, wow. No, don't be silly, Fry. You don't care for the artist The Weeknd, but you like actual weekends because you get off of work. Agreed. Wanting. I think the cattails have been fine, by the way. That's the card everyone's been giving me some crap about. I think it's been good. Uh-oh! Turn 4 Bad Moon Rye. Here we go! Here we go! No, he's doing it. Damn it. Fry, shut up. Don't jinx it. Even Bad Moon Rising on 2 guys. Okay, he just played Stomp It On. I think that's dumb, actually. It's actually quite dumb. Bish. I don't ever wanna hear you say. I like the Backstreet Boys. They didn't have falsetto voices. Back in my day, real men used to, I don't know. Yeet. That's a really good tap tag. Trigger stomp it on. Do it, Fry. It's the correct play. It is the correct play. Shut up. I really hope he's not holding onto a teleport. A teleport, the card teleport would ruin us just instantaneously, okay? That's still better than teleport. So at least it's a 2-3 instead of being an 8-9. This is still fine. And this body still hits the floor. I don't like metal either. Nice music. Not only good, I'm not gonna say metal's bad music. I'm gonna say it's not music. It's not music. It's not music. It's not music. What are your thoughts about communism? I think that if one person says, I'm going to go chop down wood for you, and in exchange you will build me a desk, and we'll make a consensual transaction, I think society telling them that they're not allowed to do that is evil. That's my opinion about socialism. Taking away people's consent is a bad thing. You guys. I don't ever wanna hear you say, hey, I want it that... He didn't have a teleport last turn. I wonder if I just go Carrotillery and play around Chop. Has he played Superpowers yet? No. That's actually the play. Maybe he has another Beam Me Up inside. Not watching a football game? I'll watch it. I usually watch them after the fact. He's leaping that one. He's looking for like line dancing zombie. Roar! Okay, you're stupid. So capitalism as a concept does not take away people's consent. No, we don't do this, because then his block meter fills up too much. This is awkward. But we keep that. We'll let the stomp it on killer guy. Because we have this now. Kind of need a smaller... I don't know. We're at 16 health. Cattails is doing a lot. How much damage has this Cattail done? It's done so much damage. Okay, there's the mug. I don't ever wanna hear you say I want it. This is the play. This is the play. The mug loses all of its stats too. Feels bad. This also lives. What could this be that would ruin this guy? Undying Fear. We should just win here. The Stompidon just did not work out for this particular Super Brains. Man, so Stompidon mixed up Gravedigger is the worst combo in the game. I see how it is. Honestly, the most problems people have with capitalism, why are we getting into this now? It's most people's problems with capitalism are either things that have nothing to do with capitalism, they have to do with government. Like they talk about monopolies and stuff like this, and most of the monopolies are created by the government. The second problem people have with capitalism is that they feel like they are entitled to receive more than they give to other people, which is a concept I think is very, I disagree with very much. It's very entitled. Have to try winning with what now? You Tamar? Are you actually a Palestinian? I thought you were Israeli. That's cool. So it's like this. We're in really good shape. NFL is a monopoly. Backstreet Boys or Westlife? I don't even know what Westlife is. Society's based on birth RNG. It's true. Some people are born into better societies, some people are born into worse ones. That's true. I don't ever wanna hear you say, do we do this play? I think we're just gonna Carrotillery anyway, so him playing Dead Ghost next turn is stupid. Make a communist deck, just a pine on deck. Do a Biden impression. Come on, man! This is my Biden impression. Wow. Wow. That was pretty good. Come on, man. Is this Dead Ghost? Whoa, we didn't do it? Man didn't do it. That was a really lucky Infinity Cleanse, not gonna lie. These cattails are dominating. Cattail S tier. He bungeed the cattail? I guess that's smart because the forwards is... No! We're doing 5!
Shut up and take my
Oh, okay.
Thanks for
okay.
turning PvZ
Lazarus.
Heroes into an educational game.
Thank you, Lazarus, for the $5. The deep fry fans are coming out of their caves. I don't ever wanna hear you say. Jesus, that was so nasal. Doink. You're the play. I don't care. What's your opinion on atheism? I think everyone should believe whatever they want to believe, and we shouldn't be deciding for other people what their beliefs should be. On the other hand, if someone, there's two types of atheism. There's the one where you just don't believe in God because you don't think there's any evidence for it. So I think that's a lot more legitimate than a person believing for a fact that there is no God. That's a very difficult thing to have evidence for. Why is my block meter full? Your mom is full of your dad. See ya. Move, zombie! Get out the way! Hello, Gamer Girl. Yes, I remember you. How could I forget Gamer Girl? I want it that way. Getting debated by the Gamer Girl. Tell them to prove a negative. Right, it's very difficult to prove a negative, but I don't think that's what most atheists believe. They just don't believe that there is God. Some people, they have this thing where they believe for a fact that there's no God, which is a very weird thing to believe. Very strange indeed. Well, this always goes here. The question is...
I agree with your answer.
Thank you, Nemeset. 600 bits. Thank you, Nemeset. I agree with your life. I don't know. I think it's just guaranteed lethal. What could possibly go wrong here? I don't know. We'll live another day at least. It's called faith for a reason. I'm my personality. I'm very against faith. If it's just believing something that there's no evidence. Now, there's a different type of faith, which means you have faith in something because you have evidence for it. Now, just because you have evidence doesn't mean it's true. You can have all kinds of evidence for all kinds of stuff, but it's not solid. So that type of faith, I believe in much stronger than there being no evidence. I don't ever want to... I don't know, is there any one-cost card that gets him out here? I'm just trying to figure out what it would be. I don't think so. There's only like 3 one-cost cards Infinity has. Bungee, Smoke Bomb. What other tricks does he have? Trapper Territory, like there's nothing really that goes wrong. Opinion on Biden. I'm not a big Biden fan, but I'm not as anti-Trump as a lot of people are, but I'm sort of happy he's president because because of how stupid people are. Trump brings out the worst in people. He really does. I don't agree with again, I'm not going to agree with everyone who protests Trump. In fact, I probably disagree with most of them. But he brings out the worst in people. At the end of the day, the world's a better place when he's not president. That's my opinion. What a nice, fair, and balanced view, Fry. Kumbaya. Kumbaya freaking ya. Should I look for a 1-drop against Zima? No. I don't ever want to hear you say. Don't look down on sheeples. The reason why you're not a sheeple is primarily due to your background. For me, it's like, what does looking down mean? Do I look down at them as humans? No. Do I look down at them intellectually? Yes, because I think I'm right. So, it's hard to have a strong opinion about something and not a little bit look down at others who disagree with you, but you shouldn't look down to the point where you're dehumanizing them. They're human, they're 100% entitled to their opinion, they're valid, they're coming from somewhere, you can validate them, but you think that they're wrong and that their wrongness is rooted in a lack of intelligence. I don't think that's a bad, it's a little bit of an arrogant, elitist idea, but I don't think it's wrong. Can you do a Kamala impression? I haven't worked on that at all, but I should develop it. To be honest, I don't mind Biden. Kamala Harris, though, people who think Trump was a bully, which is one of the things I don't like about Donald Trump, how are they okay with Kamala Harris? She's a bigger bully than Trump. But anyway, she is a bigger bully than, she is at least as much of a bully as Trump is. How are people hate Trump's bully side, but you're just, Kamala Harris, like, totally cool with that? I don't get it. She's the biggest, she is more of a bully than Trump. She really is. Trump's a really big bully, but she takes the chocolate cake. And if it's because of her identity politics, and that's the reason she gets a pass on being a bully, screw you. You do not hold people of a certain race or gender to lower standards than others. If you do that, you're a freaking, I'm sorry. That's the most degrading thing you could do, is hold someone to a lower standard because of their race or gender. Jesus. Ugh. Disgusting. But anyway. She is a big bully. You could be in favor of her politics. That's a completely different story, but she is a huge... What? This guy's name, Fry Him Up, is OP. Look at this guy. Look at this sniper's name. I approve of this name. My name is Fry, and I approve of this message. This is so great. This is so great. So good. Where did I get this from? I'm not even running this. We got it from Cake. Oh my gosh, you're so annoying. Are we, like, seriously doing 0 damage this turn? Like, literally. What is the play here? We set this one up? We set this one up. Just the play. We set this one up. Because this attacks him for 5 next turn. How is she a bully? I'm sorry, just listen to any time she talks. She is a very, very aggressive person. Extremely aggressive. But just listen to the first debate that she was in when she was running for president. She is an extremely attacky, aggressive person. And I don't like it. I don't like that about Trump either, but she is definitely a bigger bully than Trump. By far. Let's just talk about Bernie memes, guys. Everyone send me your favorite, the #1 Bernie meme. Send it in the chat. Are we talking about Kamala Harris? She's the Vice President of the United States of America. I want it that way. You are my fire, my woe. Still this 3 attack. I'm going for it. Screw it. It's time to screw it and blew it. I know this is sucked into this for the rest of the game, but it's still good. Feel the burn. By Bernie meme, do you mean Rickroll? No. I love the Bernie meme. I approve of it. I think Fry's a bigger bully just because of his actions, not because of his words. I'm not a bully because I BM people. I don't think it's bullying. It's just having fun. Is it add another person? Some people really don't like the BM. Some people like have a major problem with it. So maybe. Look, bullying, if something's bullying or not, is an opinion. And if a person really just hates when people BM, then they consider that unwarranted aggression. What is the definition of being a bully? It means the person has unwarranted aggression. So if you really, there's nothing that can really go wrong here. If you consider BMing someone in a video game to be unwarranted aggression, then in your opinion they're a bully, and that's fine. I'm okay with a person having a different, thinking something I do is considered unwarranted aggression, therefore thinking I'm a bully. I don't have a problem with that. This is fine. This is an okay thing. I think it's just part of the fun when you're playing a game, is that you sometimes do stupid things on purpose to make it more fun, but some people really don't like it. That's okay. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I don't think you have to never do a thing just because another person has a problem with it. I think sometimes you should not, but I think there's more people who like it than don't. I don't know. Do you support the big beautiful man bird? We're 8-2, guys. Enough politics. Okay, we spoke a lot of politics in the stream. We talked about Nazis, we talked about trauma, we did some deep fry, we did some psychology, we talked about the Bernie meme, we talked about Kamala Harris being a bigger bully than Donald Trump. We talked about a lot of things, but I think this is still YouTube worthy, and this is a really cool deck. I think the breakout star in this deck was not Carrotillery, it was Cattail. Cattail, I wonder what percentage of the damage we've done during these 10 games was done by Cattail. It's like, Cattail was the MVP, guys. Are we actually 9-2? Anyway, guys, that was the Carrotillery Cattail deck with Rose. Hope you enjoyed. Peace. This is Try. No highlight. Doesn't matter. Slage doesn't edit these videos. I do the daily. He just does the highlight videos. I'll see you guys in 1 minute. Come back to the daily. Maybe I'll play against you guys. And we'll talk about Kamala Harris and how she's not a bully. Who knows? Who even knows what we're going to talk about? Duck Gossip is a troll. You guys, you have to know his personality. You have to not take what he says seriously. He does it on purpose. 201A is a smart guy. You know that? Jeez. I thought he was just a random stream sniper. He's actually a smart man. Come on, man. Please no asking for games. You can try to get on my friend list. I can't add people unless they donate major amounts of cash money. Or else how would I? I'm just gonna sit and add 1 million people. I like my politics the way I like my TV shows drama. Exactly. That's really what modern politics has become. It's just become a reality. That's why I haven't been doing the deep fry, is because I just quit. I don't like it anymore. I don't ever wanna hear you say. See where this goes. I'm gonna play with Tryhard. I don't know. Maybe someday we'll do it again. Hitler made up that Jews caused their horrible life. So if you don't want to be a Nazi, stop blaming your sadness and personal problems and pointing at a group of people and saying they're the reason. It's because of Republicans. It's because of the police. It's because... Stop blaming your problems on a group of people and scapegoating. That's exactly what how Hitler manipulated a whole bunch of very polite German people, by the way. They weren't bad people, but manipulated these sad, polite people into... I know people are going to get triggered that I'm calling them polite, but they were very... I don't think that Germans were bad. I think they were just easily brainwashed. I've said this a lot of times in the stream. I don't ever want. What's next tier list? You're right, I'm actually missing one of the tier lists. I don't know if I have any ideas of future tier lists, but I have to do zombie strat decks part 2. Just infinity coins? Germans caused World War I, World War II. But again, that doesn't mean that you have to understand, when people do evil things, it's usually not because they have this deeply rooted, ha ha ha, I need to hurt people. It's because it's usually a messed up ideology combined with a trauma. I mean, if you want to talk about traumatized people, Hitler is the perfect example of a super, super traumatized person who then does a whole bunch of messed up stuff because of it. It's a great example. I didn't say Hitler was a polite person. He was a charismatic person. He wasn't a polite person, but he was an extremely, extremely traumatized person. Now, the cool thing about Hitler, I'll tell you what I think is cool. The cool thing is the fact that he was so traumatized, yet had so much charisma. He was able to charisma means you're able to convince people to your way of thinking. And people are really just naturally look up to the person. Usually people with that much trauma, that much mental illness, do not have the charisma in order to really convince a lot of people to their point of view. He was very, very unique in that sense. Do I let this happen? I think we just do this. We'll take the 9 damage like a man. Something in Polish? I actually don't know one word of Polish. Hitler had so much mental health issues. I mean, he was a really, really disturbed individual, but he was people with a lot of mental health issues sometimes end up with these very dangerous ideas, but they're usually not able to convince anyone of those ideas because they're so mentally ill and they have no charisma. He had so much charisma that he was able to convince a lot of people to his ideology. That's the lethal combo. I think this is correct. People don't like it. People just want there to be good and evil, and I say there is no good and evil. There is, people have mental health issues, people have traumas, there is charisma, there's convincing other people to your ideas, and there's dangerous ideas and there's non-dangerous ideas, that's for sure. This dies, by the way. Do you believe Hitler killed himself? I don't care. I wouldn't be surprised if someone someone close to him killed him. Because he was going crazy at the end of his night. He was a freaking coke addict, actually. Duck Gossip. Okay, guys, Duck Gossip is he is like our, you know how there's like a court jester, I'm not trying to say I'm a king. You know, like a king, they have like the guy with the things on his face and he's always juggling. But we love Duck Gossip. But you have to... He is the court troll. Stop taking what he says seriously. He's the court clown, exactly. His name is Bobo. I'm not the jester, I'm the king, exactly. He pretends he's the king sometimes too. Don't let him trigger you. That's why I leave him here, because he's like my pet. He's my pet duck. Thoughts on Bernie again? I think he means very well, but I think his ideas applied practically are giving government way too much power, which I really think is... Speaking of Hitler, if you want to think of like every major political disaster in the entire world, it was when the government had way too much power. It doesn't matter if it was Hitler, it doesn't matter if it was Stalin, if it was the monarchs of England, the royals of France, what were they called? The oligarch, I don't know, whatever the guys. Every major political in the world right now too. If you look at all the countries that have just really, really bad politics, Venezuela have like these really. It's when the government has too much power over the people, and I believe that Bernie Sanders, even though I think he means well, I think his ideas are a slippery slope to the government having way too much control, and I think it's a really bad idea, both theoretically and also looking at the world and seeing that the places where the government has way too much power, especially over a diverse population. I know Sweden and I know places like this, but they're very homogenous countries. It's very different. But if you have a very diverse place with a lot of different ideas and people don't agree on things and then you don't give them their individual freedom, it's really, really bad. Honestly, even a place like Sweden, I feel like there's so much room for corruption that if things were a little bit... I don't know how. I don't really actually know how these places with a huge government in Europe, why there's not more government corruption than there is. People seem to be okay with it. I wonder what system is in place to prevent corruption. I actually don't know the answer to that because I haven't studied these governments carefully. Does anyone know the answer to that? What prevents there being a lot of government corruption in places like Sweden that have like these really, really high taxes and stuff like this, and so much power, like a lot of control? I wonder if they have things in place. Maybe they're just better people than Americans. Who knows? You guys can friend me up. My in-game name is Frama. Morals, democracy. What is the difference that Venezuela, where they have this, I mean, Sweden's not a socialist economy, by the way. They have an open market. They have a very, very, very open market. I wonder what the difference is. Maybe it just depends who's in power, you know? Save me from Boris Johnson. How does that guy... There's a bunch of world leaders. How does Boris Johnson become the leader of the country? I'm not saying he's bad, and I don't know anything really about his politics. I just think he's a big dork. He's just a big fluffy dork. How did Trump become president also? I agree. It's just very weird because he doesn't seem like a very charismatic person to me, but it's the same thing as Doug Ford, you know? How does that go? I don't get it. it back in my floor. Floor has popcorn on it. Is Pogo and Line Dancing Zombie good in the same deck? Yeah, for sure. Did you see him tackling the 7-year-old? Who? Huh? I saw Doug Ford tackle him. Whoa, what was the name of the old one? I'm so confused. It's Shaders. Binary Trick Mech. I feel like I think I have too many binaries in this deck. I need 3 instead of 4. It's not that good. Z-Mech. Deck. It's too bricky with 4 binaries. What would I add a 4th copy of in this deck? Maybe I just add 1 egg or something stupid like that. You are... I think we go 2. Bernie is serving the people more than Trump is so far. Again, that's a concept. The fact that you're saying, well, I'm going to give you more things, so therefore he's serving the people, because giving equals serving. But if you take a step back and look at the ramifications that ends up having on people's lives practically, he's not necessarily serving. I think he really means well. I don't have a problem. I think Bernie is actually one of like the most, like, in terms of being genuine and honest in terms of what he believes, he's one of the most genuine guys I've ever. I mean, he really is. It's hard to think that Bernie is faking it. But the question is, what is the ramifications of raising taxes a lot, taking that money, and then the government distributing that through services to the community in a very extreme way? Will that end up killing a lot of jobs? Will that end up causing a lot of people to go on welfare who would otherwise be working? If you're only thinking on the most simple level, Bernie's amazing. But if you think of like 1 or 2 steps further of what is the overall ramifications of that, it's not that simple. It's really not that simple. And I understand when people look at his ideas and just say, hey, these seem amazing. He seems like it's really serving the people. But it's not. I don't think people who really look 2 or 3 steps further and say, what is the actual ramification over 20 years of having sort of, or even 4 years of having these sort of policies? Is it actually going to be good, or does it just feel good? It's very, very different the way something feels and the way a thing actually plays out. Very, very different. If you have to ask for battle, no. You just, in-game name, my in-game name is Fry 'em Up. Just send the request. If it goes through, great. If it doesn't, it's because I have more than 50 friends in my friend list. I accept them, and you can just challenge me. I don't add people, and I don't, unless they donate. You should have a talk show. I have a podcast, which I never upload to. It's called The Deep Fry. There's a link to it in the chat. Do I take the 5 damage here? Is this nuts? Oh. He doesn't have a Berry Blast, or else he would have Berry Blasted this. This is wow. This is nuts. This is nuts, guys. I'm doing it. In fact, I'm gonna do it so extreme. I'm even gonna use the Smash Power so I can use this card and do 6, and then have this not even top deckable from anything. He actually needs a bounce now to take care of this, or it evaporate. Oh snap! I don't know if this is correct yet. I think we go for 1 more cake, and then we'll do this next turn. The booty deck? What is this? Another one? I want it that way. Pass. Are you planning on continuing with Deep Fry? I don't know. I honestly, I'll tell you why I stopped doing the Deep Fry. It's because I'm so frustrated by humanity, because I feel like there's so many stupid people in the world, and it's frustrating. And for me to say, hey, look, I'm gonna try to help people. I mean, it's like, but you know what? At the end of the day, there's a lot of reasonable people who will, if you explain something to them logically, they'll get it. So I probably should do it more. I don't know if I just want that to be, I feel like I have to pick one thing and do that, and for me to be my life devoted to basically triggering a lot of people all the time, like, I don't know if that's a life I want to live. Honestly, it's just like a kind of a personal, I'll call it selfish thing. Most people are reasonable. Most people are reasonable, but most people are very brainwashable. And the whole point of the deep fry is to say to people, don't be brainwashed. And maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe people being brainwashable is a very important way for societies to be formed. So maybe my whole message, as much as it's just self-serving and it's not actually good for people. I don't know. I don't know. I think we give him one of these. Give him... Where does this go? Let me give it here. Ooh, super sucks. I should have done it here because of super. We're doing 6 usually? No! We're doing... Oh! No, we're doing 12. We're doing 12. For the resistance anarchy? Would Fry really trigger people? He gives off a classic liberal vibe to me. I like that term, classic liberal, because I'm not a leftist. I'm a liberal, but not a leftist. They call it libertarian, but at the end of the day, people who are on the right think that I'm the most burnt-out leftist ever, and people who are on the left think I'm a devout Trump supporter. So I think it's because you're a little bit more of an independent and an independent thinker that makes you admire that, but most people don't. I cry because other people are stupid and it makes me sad, Sheldon. I'm basically a mix between Rick Sanchez and Little Sheldon. It's basically my personality in a nutshell. Welcome, libertarian. But I can't say I'm necessarily a libertarian either. Maybe I am. Bring back the deep fry, you value my opinions. Aw, you guys are so nice. Maybe I should just do deep fry while playing video games. It's Packer fan. I'm a Packer fan. I'm sorry, Minnesotans. I am such a Packer fan. I haven't really been behind the Minnesota team since Brett Favre was on it. Isn't that weird that right now I'm a Packer fan? The last time I actually liked Minnesota was when Brett Favre was the quarterback. My favorite quarterbacks of honestly my top 2 favorite quarterbacks are Aaron Rodgers and then Brett Favre in 2000 when he was on the Vikings. You sound like a libertarian? In a lot of ways I am, but I'm not a pure libertarian. I actually think for myself and try to use my logic to make opinions rather than signing up for a list of ideas. There's a lot of things I disagree with on libertarians. You want to hear where I disagree with on libertarians? Okay, there's some extreme libertarians who are like there should not be any laws. You should not have driver's licenses, which I do believe that if you're operating a weapon in a public place, you should the community should agree that you're able to do that. So there should be driver's licenses. Okay, but that's an extreme example. I think it's a very extreme libertarian thing who are anti-driver's license. It's almost like this thing that you do. I'll tell you where I'm really not a libertarian. I've changed my opinion about this. I do think that tariffs on other countries importing their goods and you tariff them, you tax them as they come in, libertarians are really against that. Milton Friedman is so anti-tariff. I do think right now that tariffs are good. I used to be so anti-Trump with all of his tariffs because of this libertarian idea, but honestly, as I thought about it more, I'm pro-tariffs right now. And I'll tell you why. Theoretically, if countries were not... Oh, this is such an extreme concept here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to... Okay, the question is, if another country is importing goods to your country, should you charge a tax on that? Now, the libertarian idea is no. If they're importing and you're preventing them from selling goods to your country, you're hurting your own country because now they could buy good. Why are they importing? Why are you buying it from a different country? They have to pay cargo fees. They have to have a ship to import it. It's a big cost. they're selling it for less. They're selling the same product for less money than your country is selling it. So you are hurting the consumers of your country and the manufacturers of your country by preventing them from buying things efficiently from another country by putting a tariff on it. Now it's too expensive because now you put a tax on it. Now they have to raise the price. Now you can't buy it from them. That's the reason the libertarian idea and the Milton Friedman idea why tariffs are a bad thing. And I agree with that theoretically, but at the end of the day, there's such thing as a... I'll tell you why I do believe in tariffs. There is such thing as a malicious business practice. It's called a predatory business practice. Amazon has been accused of this. Let me explain what it is. What you do is you lower your prices, not to compete. You lower your prices that you're literally selling at a loss. You're not making any profit off of it in order to gain market share. You're putting everyone else who's actually running a fair business, who's actually making a profit, you're just trying to steal the market share from them. And then once you own all of this market share, because people are buying from you, they're not going to buy from the more expensive, and you're selling the same thing for cheaper. So everyone's selling from you. You gain all these customers. And then now that you own 90% of the market share, you up your prices, you skyrocket them. Because you own all these you already have business with them. You have the reputation, and you just up and up and up the prices until you're overcharging people. It's something that Amazon has been accused of this, of putting other websites out of business by selling the same product at a loss until the competing website closes down, and then they just up the prices. Now they own all the customers. It's a predatory business practice, and a country can do this. The way a country performs this predatory business is by subsidizing a certain product that their country is creating. For example, if Japan subsidizes its steel, they say, anyone who is producing steel, we're going to pay some of your expenses, so now you can produce steel at a much lower cost. And now you can export steel to the entire world, and what's going to happen is that even though Japan is losing money from the steel industry because they're subsidizing it so much, they're going to gain so many customers internationally that they're going to be the steel giants of the world. They're going to have all the market share, and then they're going to up the prices. And then because they have a virtual monopoly because they gain so much of the share of the market. So the way that other countries can prevent Japan from creating a steel monopoly, I'm obviously giving it as an example, I don't know Japan. You know what I mean? The way you can prevent that is tariffs, is that if they are subsidizing their product, you raise taxes on it in order to make sure that they are not artificially gaining market share by selling things at a loss for their country. It's being subsidized from the farmers. The farmers are subsidizing the steel industry. It's crazy. It's really immoral, and I disagree with the big government for that reason. But the farmers are subsidized. They're paying taxes to subsidize the steel industry in order that the steel industry should go to Japan. You have to put tariffs to prevent them from artificially gaining market share. Now, if Japan can just create better steel more efficiently than other countries and sell it cheaper, I don't think you should put tariffs then. I really don't believe you should, because they're actually genuinely making a better product that they can ship it across the globe and still be selling it cheaper than you can in America. Let Japan provide us steel for cheaper than we can make it. You know? But if it's artificially being created, if the efficiency is being artificially subsidized by the government, you should definitely put tariffs on it. That's where I very strongly disagree with libertarians. How people react is their issue, right? Yeah, I agree. It's just the amount, do you want to live that life? That's all. Subsidies just decrease the amount that they produce, but it could prevent a country, the government of a country, from performing a predatory business practice. And in that case, I really do believe, I very much disagree with libertarians, and I do think that we should make consequences for such business practices, because it's unfair. It's basically artificially creating a monopoly, which is, you don't want monopolies. Even the most capitalist libertarian person does not want there ever to be monopolies, and it's so easy to make a monopoly that way. if you think big government is bad, do you think monopolies with control over the jobs we have and the products we consume is bad as well? And the answer is yes, but most monopolies are actually created by government. I do believe that most monopolies in the world is usually because there's some government assistance. For example, you know, to own an airline, you need a license from the government, so therefore now there's only a few airlines who basically have a monopoly over airlines. That was the government creating a monopoly. I want it that way. More variety, like MK11 or Minecraft. I'll do more things. Fry, why are you so polite? It's just I was born and raised in Minnesota, which is a pretty polite place. Honestly, that's the reason. Pretty polite place. Did you really? Wow. Imagine playing Forgive-Me-Nots there. No, they are not. They are created when a market experiences economies of scale and airlines is oligarchy, not monopoly. Honestly, if you would have another company, any person who wants can create their own airline. There would be, imagine, look, how many major airlines are there, let's say in the United States right now? There's like 6. If any person who they wanted to could create an airline, how many airlines now would there be? Imagine there was no regulation on creating an airline. There would be hundreds. There could be thousands. Whoever just provides customers with the best value is going to win. You're right. Once you have an established company, you have an advantage. I'm not saying that. Being able to scale a company is, I don't think it's a bad thing. The consumers are the ones who benefit from that the most. I'm really interested why you didn't take out my teacher there. Just to see a gameplay. But if it's just because of efficiency, the people the consumer, the general public benefit from efficiency way more than the company. The company does. They get a lot of profit, obviously. But if they're making it more efficient, why should you make laws to say, your efficiency, we're not going to allow that. We have to allow other companies to come in and provide products less efficiently than you and that they'll make money. Like, that's crazy talk. What in heck is this? My only question is, what in heck? Okay, we're doing that. Then we're gonna give him one of these. Why did I move to Canada? Honestly, just to date someone. Otherwise, other than that, no reason at all. Does this die still? I think I'm stupid. Must be tough to take exactly hardy tree there. Yeah, I know. That was probably a bad play. You guys are right. 'Tis true. 'Tis true. Why did I use my super there at all? Because I'm stupid? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not. Didn't play that well. Why did I use my Z-Mag? Because I felt like it. Okay, shut up. That was a horrible play. This actually breaks through. Still winning. Ugh. I wonder if we should have saved that for next time. I'll do channel point bets eventually. Whee! Again, government-sanctioned monopolies are a very big problem, and those are really the way most monopolies are created. Now, there's a different type of monopoly. It's just one business knows how to run more efficiently than their competitors, and that, again, the consumer, the public gains so much from that because they're able to buy so many goods at a lower price. You should not try to abolish a monopoly that is created just because one company is running more efficiently than their competitors. If it's to the point where no one can even enter the market, that's a problem. But if people are able to enter the market and they're just not able to provide goods as efficiently, fuck them. Seriously, you're not entitled to make money off of a thing by charging people more. Stupid. Let's punish the entire public so you can have your stupid business that runs less efficiently than your competitors. It's a stupid idea. Do you meditate? Not really. Sometimes. Once a month. China's harder to overthrow than Apple. Apple doesn't own most of the market, does it? They don't. I've been drinking this crap. You landed on Mayfair? Ugh. Mayfair is a ripoff. Is Comcast a monopoly? I've never eaten French fries on stream. As far as I know. Me with my social studies homework. I find race as a way to unite people, but it doesn't work out when one decides they're better than others. I agree with that on a certain level. It's romantic how I would move to a different country to date a girl, yeah. I'm romantic like that. No, for real. Do I seem like a romantic guy? I know I seem like such a logical freaking robot Vulcan, but I'm a pretty romantic guy. Fry's a simp confirmed. There you go. Just make it into a simp thing. Why not? What do you have to lose? Small businesses get outpriced by large corporations, so they're forced to label their products as homemade just to justify the high prices. Okay? What's wrong with that? The large corporations, the reason they're able to compete better is because they're providing more efficient products. They're not selling something that's worse. And if they are, then all you got to do is market the fact that your product is better and show people how it's better. Then you can compete, and you can actually charge more for it. People will pay a premium for a premium product. You know what's stupid? This guy. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Yay! You gotta do that one first. Stating effect, yeah. A good father, yeah. The fact that I would stay in Toronto after all these years. Fucking Toronto. Fucking Toronto, man. Yeah. Hampter? What is that? Just grave bust my only 5 cluster. This binary starts has some problems, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. This is also a problem. I can't even play PvZ anymore. Okay, 2, 1, and 3. Whatever comes out of here should be Would Fry be considered the best PvZ Heroes player? Some people think I am. I don't know. There's no way to determine that because there's no actual competitive ladder in this game. If there was, we could probably find out. You are my fire. Did he tech this? Wow, I can't do anything? Okay. That's nice. Fry, is there alcohol in this? I've become one of these romantic coronavirus drunk people who are lonely. So. It's rum and coke. Fry commits alcoholism. You guys are stupid. I guess I'll do this. What's Demo Man? That's some alcoholic streamer. Demo Man. Oh, Demo Man from TF2. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. What in heck? What in heck? What in the heck? Can you please throw something in front of... Okay. Okay, really? I know we got him throwing it. We're taking like half of our health. Congratulations. R3D? What's it mean? Red? Oh, R3D. Try hard, you're weird. You are my fire, my one desire. I guess this is the play. I've played Team Fortress 2 like one time. Should I play it on stream? Should I play it right now? It would take a while to download. I don't think I have it on this computer. Is it worth selling Doublemint to crap going viral? Yes. Brain energy gets nerfed. Get more guys. I wonder if I'm gonna win this game. We're doing 4 to face here. We're in pretty good shape. Which guy would I play in TF2? What do you guys think I should play? You wouldn't leave us? Yeah, I'm gonna leave soon. Fry's a Trump supporter confirmed. Exactly, guys. Because I don't talk the same way as you. So therefore, label me as the opposite of you. It's a smart way to live life. What in heck? We're so done. Guys, we are so done. We are Edward so done. I heal! Deadly? What is this hat? Oh, friendly. Well, that guy's dead. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rock wall. I think we could still win this. I'm just the medic. Your mom missed lethal. Ooh, that should do it. That should do it. He's not gonna have anything. Okay. Okay. I'm so upset. Ugh. Man had two
I
answers.
believe you try.
This is rum and coke. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I believe you, Fry. Believe me what? January 2nd, 2021. It's called Getting Debated. I feel like is my camera fuzzy today? Probably is. I've been streaming with a fuzzy camera this whole day. You guys are all gay, by the way. All of you. It's not even an insult, it's a compliment. Yay. Thanks. How many people stayed for this part of the stream? I'm so curious. We're not even doing anything anymore. 157. I'm super popular. I'm like so popular. I can't wait for January 26th because then I get some geodes to rock polish. That's also Kobe Bryant's yard site, but it's the best part of the stream because it's the most chill. I don't know. Do you guys want to play a new game? Should I play some chess or something? How about Legends of Runeterra? Such a pretentious game. Should I play some Overwatch? Best part of the stream by far. You guys like the chill part. Just give me 1 second. I have to see who texted me. I have this huge crush on someone right now and they texted me, so I'm going to check it during the stream. Ugh, I have such a huge crush on this woman, whatever. I found someone in the world who has the same sense of humor as me, which is pretty cool. She's not available because of coronavirus. It's so sad. No, I'm not showing you private messages that people send to me in confidence. I'm not doing that. Sock reveal? Okay, we're doing a sock reveal. Guys, look at my sock. It's so beautiful. This isn't even one of my nice ones. I should put on my Uniqlo socks for this. This one sucks. This is just some freaking Amazon 100% cotton socks. It's actually nice. It's actually like a sock which you can't even find anywhere because it's made of cotton. Imagine making socks out of cotton in 2020. Do you know how hard it is to find a 100% cotton sock? It's going on the Feet Wiki. Who cares? I literally just showed my sock on stream. You guys are a bunch of... I mean this the most affectionate way possible. You guys are a bunch of fags. No, for real. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in an affectionate way. I mean that in the most affectionate way possible. You guys are a bunch of fags. No. But I mean that like because you guys are awesome. Not because there's anything wrong with being a fag. There's nothing. That's all I'm trying to... Do you get it? I explained the context. Shut up. Shut up. You guys are awesome. Right, we're playing Contra Leap. I don't care. some people like want a girlfriend, and there's other people who like need one. I'm in the need category. Not okay, guys. I'm not a cigarette. You know that fag just means cigarette in UK? You know what? You guys are racist if you thought that I meant anything homophobic there. You guys are a bunch of fags. No, it means a pack of cigarettes. A bunch of fags literally just means a pack of cigarettes in the United Kingdom, okay? So stop being racist against English people. Fags. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys? Okay, here's a cool story. There was this guy who called up the guys. There's a British guy, like one of these prankster, like on the radio. So he calls up it probably was Mojo actually. Probably was Mojo. He calls up the Border Patrol hotline for the United States and says, I would like to bring a bunch of fags into the United States. Is there going to be a problem with that? So again, fag in United Kingdom, in England, it means a cigarette. But in the United States, it means a male who is a homosexual. So he calls up the Border Patrol and says, I want to bring a bunch of fags into the United States. Is there a problem with that? So the Border Control, she was like, I mean, like, are you bringing them in a coffin? Like, are they dead? Like, he couldn't figure it out. He couldn't figure out what was going on. But eventually, they made, like, the big reveal that it meant cigarettes. It was funny. You guys are funny. No, it's good. It's good. Fry, are you okay? I'm totally fine. I'm just a fag. Are they dead? Exactly. Are they dead? And the Border Patrol agent was a Trump supporter, so he was like, yes, they're dead. And they were like, yes! We just made a Trump supporter joke. 2020, shut up. I'm just gonna bounce that next turn. Imagine caring about this. Imagine being a Karen. Person who owns and often rides a Harley? Why? Harleys are cool. Shut up. Oh no! This should have gone here. What am I doing? This definitely should have gone here. You know what? I think we can actually bounce this and get a 5-drop now, so maybe that's better. Are you in Discord? I do have a Discord. So if you want to, like, take 5 minutes of your life being a huge fan and subscribe one time, you can get indefinite access. I want it back. If I was really, like, self-conscious about my misplay of this environment, I probably would just bounce this one and say, hey, look, I made a great play, but no, just keep the 4-1 on the field. It's fine. Is this old school? This is like new school Conjure Leap. I'll put the deck list up on the field. We put 2 thinking caps in it, so it's a new deck now. We just got Chump Champion. Trump supporters, if they fag, they get the mag. Wow. Wow. That's a good joke, actually. Guys, this is joke. This is Russia. Everything we say here is joke. Stop getting offended by stuff. Guys, shut up. I'm bouncing this, I don't care. I like how gamers get less offended by things than average people. There are a bunch of gamers who get offended by stuff. No, there's a bunch of gamers who get offended by things. But I think gamers on average get less offended, and that's why I like being a gamer. Being a gamer is pretty awesome. I'm like such a gamer. I think covering both these lanes is better than getting a legendary for next turn. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. I really hope that the kitchen ends up in one of these lanes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Gonna clog your mom's lanes. The mug is here. I think we win. I
think this is guaranteed lethal now. Imagine playing this. That's called quitting. It's called quitting in style. Playing this right into Trapper territory. Guaranteed lethal. Imagine trying to win an election by creating a stereotype around supporting the other candidate. You think that's something that happened in 2020 or in 2016? No. It's something that happened with, like, Richard Nixon, too. With Ronald Reagan, even though he dominated. Biden didn't create the stereotype? I'm not blaming you. I don't think Biden did anything. The only thing Biden did was not being Trump. That's the only, really, the only reason he won is because he's not Trump. Really. Is there any redeeming quality that Biden has that made him win the election other than not being Donald Trump? Think about it. That's definitely why he won. You know, there's this guy, you can look at this up on YouTube, by the way. There's this guy who has predicted every election since, like, 1976. There's this one guy who knows every time he's predicted he's been correct, and he said, I know Biden's going to win, because he has these things. He has, like, instead of going based on logic, he just knows how public opinion works. And he says, emotionally, people vote for the candidate who is this. And they'll always vote for the sitting president for the sitting president's thing as long as these conditions are fulfilled. And because of coronavirus, they weren't fulfilled. That's the reason why Trump is the first candidate who didn't do 2 terms in a really long time, and since the 1980s. And the reason was because there was a pandemic, so people will automatically blame all of their personal problems on the president. That's just how America works. People are stupid, so they'll blame coronavirus on the president and say, "Well, he should have done something better," even though I'm sure no one could have done anything better. But that's fine. They'll blame it on him, and then they'll vote for the other guy. He explained this guy actually is a genius because he understands the way that stupid people, who is most of the votes in the country, the way that they work. But anyway. My grief counselor died the other day. He was so good at his job, I don't even care. Blaming the pandemic on Trump is similar to Nazis blaming their own poverty on Jews. 2118 is actually a smart dude. You're actually a really smart guy. Holy crap. Dylan, I'm going to do the 2118 deck. I think I have this tab open in my... I should have your deck still open. I don't know why you sent me this freaking... Can you send me a screenshot? Okay, Jesus. I'm making the 2118 deck right now, actually. I have it here, but it's not really the deck. I'll make the new one. I don't think I put... Oh, I did put garlic. 4 garlic? Jesus. No limas. Why are we running corn over lima, though? Why would you run corn? No. I'm sorry. I'm deviating from your deck list. I'm not running corn over Lima. Lima is the better card. Shut up. 2 spike weeds now. I'll do everything else, but I'm running for Lima over 4 corn. Why would you run corn? Corn's better than Lima? I don't like it. 4 Triceratops. You better have 4 of these. 2 of these? Corn. This is what he ran instead of Lima Pleurodon. The one cost 2/2 in a 3-nut deck. You ran 4 copies of this. I will deviate from the deck list. We're not running these anymore. We've given up. We've given up on that. You gotta. I like the Steel Magnolias. These have actually. I've played against this deck enough to know that the Steel Magnolias only 2. 4 3-nuts. You ditch this. Okay. I will stick to the deck list. I'm going to try this deck right now. Screw it. What do I... No Shamrockets? 0 Shamrockets. The best card in the game. And no Gravebusters. How do you deal with Pokemon? You just... You know what? With 3-nut, I guess you can deal with Pokemon, because you can put 2 really strong guys in the field. We're putting Red Stinger instead. Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna change... You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna run this deck, and then I'm gonna do my version, because there's a couple things. There's a couple of things I would change about this. First, I'm gonna stick to the deck list, just so there's no lame excuses down the line. 211A is a smart guy, though. I'm glad you're actually in my chat right now, because I kind of like you. I like the guys from the Discord who are like, we're not running this anymore? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Walnut. I didn't have walnut. I honestly like a lot of... Some people are like, well, Fry, it's a guy from the Discord, so you should completely negate. No, I actually like a lot of these guys. I just don't like... I like the smart ones. I like the smart people. Okay, here. We're actually making the 211A deck list now. This is like the famous... Are you sure you're not running Shrinking Violet, though? Shrinking Violet has been the thing that's killed every deck I've ever run, ever. Are we really running this instead? Okay, I'll try this, and then I'm going to switch some stuff up. I'm not a huge believer in 4 Snapdragons over 0 Shrinking Violets, but... I took it out during the last 3 matches. Okay. Okay. I will respectfully stick to the corn. Are you sure corn dog over? Fine, I'm doing it. Just think about 3-nut. Why would you run corn dog? Because you're trying to get past turn 2, so it's a control card against Beam Me Up. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not my deck now. I'm gonna do my deck later. This is not my deck. I want that to be on the record. This is called Citron 2118. I'm gonna switch a few things out, and the first thing is going to be Lima. That will be the #1 thing. I think I'm gonna I don't know about the Red Stingers, but this is a great opportunity to try. I'm gonna take out the Red Stingers and put in Shrinking Violet. Let's see how this works. You took out Spikeweed. 1 Spikeweed? So we have 2 environments in this deck now? You guys are drunk. No, I'm the one actually really drunk right now. We're done, guys! I'm not ridiculously drunk. I'm just the minimal amount of drunkenness that's considered to be drunk because I'm so freaking low. Well, anyway, I have to text this bitch back. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Imagine a girl who like whatever. I'm sort of obsessed with this human right now. It's a pretty good hand. Alex Lee? Is that a guy from the Discord? Should you recycle your battle cruiser and Octo for a budget Gravestone deck? I would say yes. If you don't have a competitive deck that's hitting Ultimate League, then do it. But you know, you're crafting your Flame Faces, you're crafting your Pogos. You'll be kicking some ass, and you'll actually enjoy the game a lot. Just once you're just whipping people with these pirates, you know. And then you'll uncraft them in a month because of reasons. Jesus, Fry. Unnecessary. So if he goes all in, we go 3-nut. If he doesn't, then we do this play. It really depends what he plays. If he passes, I think we do this play. Playing around with Fruitcake. You can Fruitcake this one and take the heat to his face like your mom does. Aerialitis. Oh, we growing. We just hit 69,000 subs on YouTube. Nice. Man passed. 3 nut into this next turn? I don't know. I think we do this. We're gonna make a 69k sub special tomorrow, and then next week, in the middle of the week, we'll make a 69 420. Details to follow, bitches. Right to 100k. I could have had 100k a long time ago. It's okay. It's not like it's too late or anything. I want it like. Is there any reason to do this play? Is there any reason? You are banned, kid. Where did he get this from? Where did he get this from? It doesn't say. What? Because it's dead, so then the pex doesn't appear? Where the heck did he get this from? Did he Eureka? This Alex Lee guy, I've known this guy for so long. This is actually one of my viewers from like, definitely 2017, probably 2016. This is so nostalgic. He hasn't been in the stream in so long, though. I think this might have been one of my viewers in 2016 before the game came out, this guy. No, for real. This guy. This guy. Tell you something about this guy. I think we just do this. I didn't bounce anything. Fruitcake. Your mom's a fruitcake. We got starfruit. Nice. Yeet. We're so close. Can't actually do that play there. Jesus. Oh, it's rough, man. Honestly, I think this is the play. It sets it better for next turn and wins this turn. Yeet. Hello, Susie. Alex Lee. Alex Lee, I think, is actually one of my first 10 followers on freaking. He's in like the first 100 followers on Twitch. I wish I could look that shit up, man. Probably unfollowed by now because he hasn't been around. This guy has been following this channel. He at least did back in the day for a long time. There's 3 damage. Why do people who are aware of the dangers of smoking not stop? I think that... Okay, let me explain. That's a good question. How come people who will literally buy a pack of cigarettes, when the pack of cigarettes, what says on it, this is going to give you cancer and kill your sperm and make your babies not have sperm. No, it's gonna give you cancer. Like, why would a person buy a pack of cigarettes? Why would a person buy a product that says that on it? And this is a difference between the different types of people in the world. I know I sound so fucking faggoty when I say that. But there's different types of people in the world. There is... We got 2 damage on 3 lanes now. Some people, and I'm included, I consider safety like a top priority. People tell me when I drive. When I drive, people in the car are like, wow, you are the safest I don't even consider myself to be a safe driver because I'll speed up a little bit to catch a yellow light, you know what I mean? But people tell me I am the safest driver they know. I check my blind spot every time before I turn. If you guys don't drive, that's necessarily relatable. But like, I'm a personality. I consider the most dangerous thing you can do is drive on a highway, and therefore if I could drive on a highway or not, and it'll take 5 minutes extra to not drive on the highway, I'm not going to do it. It's just the way I am. bitch. I'm just doing a weird thing. So for me, like, safety is very, very important, and like that would dominate everything. So I'm not gonna smoke cigarettes because it's been scientifically proven that cigarettes increase decrease your life expectancy significantly. So why the hell would I do that? But not everyone lives that way. You just have to live in an existence where safety is not the number one thing. If experience is the number one thing, and a person enjoys smoking, so of course you smoke. You need Zombot. Stupid idiot. Honestly, the experience of people who smoke ends up being less because you're taking one thing. I've dated people who smoked before. I've never been a smoker. I've actually never smoked anything in my life. I probably took one puff one time. That was my experience smoking. But I've never been a smoker. But I've actually, even just a couple months ago, I actually dated a smoker, and they were like in the middle of quitting while we were dating, and they were like, my taste buds are coming back. Like, I don't actually taste and smell things. But now that I'm quitting, I can actually taste this. Everything tastes different. Everything smells different. It's like, honestly, at the end of the day, smoking really limits your life experience. Forget about the safety. It limits your life experience. I don't know. Why do you drink if you know it hurts your liver? I mean, to be honest, like, if a person drinks a lot excessively over a long period of time, it hurts their liver. If a person drinks small amounts or they drink excessively over a small period of time, I don't plan on being a really, to be honest, this last week I've probably drinking a lot, but in general I drink like twice a month, which is actually a very healthy amount to drink. So I don't consider this to be dangerous for my long-term health, but just because of COVID season and the lockdown in Toronto, I don't feel like I have any other way of dealing with the stress in my life other than drinking a little bit. I'm gonna start some therapy soon, which maybe will give me some other ways to deal with the stress. But it's very likely that the stress that I have is more dangerous to my health than the alcohol. So if anything, though, it's just to be able to live life in the meantime and actually be able to stream and actually be able to be happy and actually be able to live my freaking life in the meantime. Because do women dig gamers? Gamer girls do. Otherwise not. And there's fewer gamer girls than gamer guys, so no. The answer is no. Cortisol. I'm a very high cortisol person, you know? I actually thought I gained a bunch of weight from drinking, but my scale said 213 today, so I'm doing just fine. I'm not eating a lot because I don't have an appetite because I'm stressed. I've actually, to be honest, gotten to this point where I can't deal anymore, and that's why I started drinking again. It's just been for a week. I don't feel like I'm dependent. I just feel like I have a lot of stress, and this is just how I'm coping in the meantime. How tall are you? 6 feet tall. I'm a big man. With a big old dick. Which I will show you on my Pornhub account. My heaviest was when I started streaming. If you want to go back 4 years, look at my videos in order chronologically. When I was streaming, I was way over 250. I'm under 215 right now. I really want to be under 200, which would be like actually tip-top shape. I'm in good shape right now. I'm actually in really, really good physical shape right now. I'm strong, I'm healthy, I have a lot of stamina. No. I have like a lot of physical strength. But I was about 265. That was my heaviest. And I lost a lot of weight by stopping drinking, stopping eating sugar. I can lose weight quickly. Ooh, I should have mulliganed that. How did you get heavy back then? The way I gained all that weight and got up to 265 was at night because I was very, very stressed out. That was the time I was sort of going through my religious my unreligious phase where I was sort of leaving religion, and that was a very, very stressful phase, and I was at night drinking a lot and eating a lot of sugar just to deal with the stress. That's how I gained the weight. It's just all about stress. But yeah, that's how I gained the weight, and the way I lost it was by quitting drinking, quitting eating sugar. So that was the whole diet. Stop eating so much fat too. But yeah, that's how I gained it, and that's also how I lost it. I don't feel like I'm gonna be dependent. I'm gonna start some therapy this week though. Honestly, I just feel like I need a real romantic and sexual relationship, and I'll be fine. That's the thing that's causing me the stress. It's just the deprivation. I'm sure I have other things in my life, but whatever. Honestly, I met someone recently, and they're just not very available because of stupid coronavirus. Otherwise, I'd probably be okay. They're kind of awesome. We'll see what happens with that in the future. It's okay. You have a sugar addiction? Yeah, sugar's very addicting. This is 2 on 1 A's deck. We give him the big respect. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna play some mid-range. Do you work out? I do work out. I exercise. I haven't, again, the last week or two I've been really stressed, so I haven't been exercising much, but I do. I have this nice IKEA carpet, aka exercise mat. I have some barbells. We do some sit-ups. You know, it's coronavirus, you don't have a gym, but you do a few of these, and you give some sit-ups and some push-ups, and you do some jumping jacks. You can get like a really good workout at home. You ever had depression? Right now I'm depressed because I feel like I'm missing something that I really need, want, whatever I want to call it. I'm just gonna... Should I super here? I'm gonna actually super here. Yeah, I'm pretty depressed right now. Not gonna lie. Belly button reveal. Did you guys see my belly button there? Don't masturbate too hard, guys. Imagine being a Karen. This thing is dead. I don't care what you are, you're dead. 2 health, you're dead. 3 health, you're dead. The push-up challenge? What is the push-up challenge? Exercise stream? Something. This man's gonna be dead as hell right now. That's all I'm trying to say. It's Picano. Picano is in play. Imagine not. Oh, man's running smelly. Man's going all smelly on our... I don't care. Splash! Oh! Wow! Top deck madness. Top deck madness. Every time you lose, you should do X amount of push-ups? That sounds cool. I could probably do like 3... Okay, I could probably do about 20 right now if I put my mind to it. I just don't feel like it. You recycle Valkyrie for Zombat? You're fucking gay. Sorry. No, Valk's the best card in the game. Does Valk... Wait, guys. Does Valk still recycle for 4,000? Is that how stupid this game is? Guys. Wow, look at... I haven't checked my collection in like 3 months. Woo! Daily challenge. No, wait. Where's Valk? Here. You know what? It recycles for 4,000s. You can get 4 zombie. No, you can get 1. You guys are still weird. Maybe we'll get an update soon. No, there's not gonna be an update. There's no possible way this game's gonna be updated soon. Shut up, guys. You don't know anything. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Do you check emails? Oh yeah, but don't email my business email with a non-business thing. So I'll get a secret. Actually, I have to answer this text, so I'm just gonna tell you guys to fuck off for like 1 second. Okay, wow, do we actually have to do this? Why am I so gay? I'm actually really funny. I'm like the funniest guy ever. I think you guys like my sense of humor. Side sync, we're back. This is the 2-1-1A deck, guys. The one. You can totally share deck ideas. Imagine not caring about ladder, which is the main part of this game. You are my ladder, you fill my bladder. Wow. I think we have similar senses of humor. So date me. I wonder if I would date a guy who had the same sense of humor as me. I wonder if I'll just close my eyes and imagine that I probably would. All you gay guys, you have an opening now. Let's go. Let's go, bitches. You hard mulligan for pecan or 3-nut? I feel like 3-nut maybe yes, but hard mulligan your Galactas and your Triceratops for a 3-nut. I think it depends what you have in your hand, you know. How about hard mulligan for freaking Triceratops? Triceratops, doesn't matter what deck you're doing. Triceratops OP. Wow. Get wrecked! Get wrecked. Wow, what a sequence. Guys, What a freaking sequence. What do I do here? What do I do here? Man, we got plays. We got plays for days. Maybe I'll just kill the flag zombie. Look at guys. Look at this play. This man is so dead. How do you come back from this? As the smash, how do you come back from this field? Corn is the play. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That was the exact correct response. Just concede. There's no actual way in reality of coming back from that as a smash. Damn. This deck's doing pretty well. I don't know about the red stinger and I don't know about the corn, but everything else is working. Jesus. How are you? It is my answer. Corn was the better play. Shut the fuck up. Yes, I'm extremely drunk right now. I think about a third of a bottle of a cart. It says 40%. That makes it better than Captain Morgan already. I think I'm gonna buy the white. Gladiator protecting the chump. Shut up. Shaman, shut up. Like, I'm not hard mulliganing this board. I'm not hard mulliganing for anything. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Bitches. Hello, Doggy Blue. Doggy Blue, 22 months? It has been a while, because I'm like, and your name sounds familiar, but we're not talking 22 months. So you must have subscribed for the first 22 months of me being a partner, and then you fucked off. That's probably what happened. I kind of like junk fry. Emily likes junk fry. Do you play a character or are you yourself sometimes? I can't tell. Like, I have a lot of different sides to me. The part that I show on stream, I'll be completely honest about this. This is not a secret. The part of myself I show on stream is a genuine part of me, but it's like the entertainer side. It's like the very high energy side. I also have this very deep philosophical side, which today I showed on the stream, you know, because I'm doing all the deep fry stuff, all the real concepts. I have the side of me which is very chill, which sometimes I'll show. I have the side of me which is very stressed, which I don't show the stress side on stream unless I can't take it anymore, you know. Maybe this last week I have. We just 3-nut here. So, like, this is who I am. And when I'm interacting with a person and I'm hanging out with someone, like, this is a genuine side to me. There is a side which is lower energy and less chill. I feel like the higher energy side is better for being an entertainer and a streamer. But this is, it is completely genuine. This is not an act. This is not like me trying to be, like, I do not have the energy to, for 2 hours, pretend to do something. Not only would I not have the emotional energy for that, I would cringe so hardly at myself. I would cringe so bad that I just would not be able to handle it. You know? You tripping over this deck can break opponent's hands? I think this deck is solid. We haven't lost yet. I mean, we've kind of just fucked everyone so far, so. You have to be yourself. You can't be on camera for a few hours now. I don't know how actors do it. But do you know how actors do it? They actually find that role. Like an actor, a good actor will not accept a role unless they find that part of themselves that is that character. That's what being in character is. Being in character is not that you're really good at lying for 24 hours a day. Being in character means you get in touch, you know who that character is, you know what you're supposed to be. You find the part in yourself that is that character and you just embrace it. I probably could be an actor. And that's how you actually be a good actor, is being in character. Is you just find where that is inside yourself and live that. Just express that part, you know? Since you're a streamer, though, people will know you aren't running Shamrock. Maybe Shamrock isn't necessary in this deck. I feel like that would be the first card I would actually put, would be switch to the Lima and run Shamrock instead of Red Stinger. But I mean, so far this is doing okay. I don't know about the non-Shamrock. But you're right, you're winning by turn 5 anyway, so I don't really need it. Why do I have coins in my pocket? Do you know how gay Canada is? These are called loonies because it has a picture of a loon on it. I wonder if you guys see how it's like a bird. I know it's really hard to see, probably. There's like a duck. This is our coins. This is a really worn out coin. There. You can see the duck? You guys can see it now. I'll put it in the light. This is our coins, guys. You know why? Because Canada's gay. If people were to meet you, would you mind people approaching you or not? If someone was like, hey, there's Fry Him Up, I'm going to go say hello, I would love that. It hasn't happened yet. The place where it happens is on other video games, particularly Overwatch, which is like the other game that I play, which is a social game. Some people are like, wait, are you the guy who plays PvZ? So that actually does happen. But in public, it's never happened that a person's like, oh, are you the guy who streams PvZ? That's never happened yet. That's because I'm antisocial. No, it's not because I'm antisocial. Because of fucking stupid coronavirus. What? What is this quarter? Guys, I thought this was a normal quarter. See? Looks like a normal Canadian quarter. It has fucking stupid Queen Elizabeth, the fake monarch from England. Here's the other side of this quarter. What the heck? Why does it have a hole in the... No, this is fake. That can't be real. Was there quarters that were made with a hole in it? This doesn't make sense. It just says Canada 3 times around the border. How is that even a quarter? It says Canada 3 times. Oh, that's actually a really good zoom. Ooh, it's actually zooming in on the quarter. I'm very happy. I think if my hand is covering like most of the screen, it like zooms in better. Okay. It says Canada 3 times, and then there's just nothing. What is that? It's fucking nothing in the middle. Is this a thing? Did they make the quarters like this for 1 year and they decided that it's retarded, so they stopped? I don't even know what happened. It's probably counterfeit. It's offensive. Get rid of it. You guys are offensive. FBI open up. Exactly. Guys, I created this. I admit it. No, I didn't. Some freaking stupid cashier. You know how many coins I own right now? Almost 0. I just use my freaking credit card. It's a lot easier. You're Canadian and you know it's real? Is Party Fry Canadian? Coin review? That's what it's come to. Why is my notifications not coming in? 1 second, guys. Getting rid of field cover. I'm deleting this shit. Anyway. When will you stream computer games? I don't know. Should I play Subnautica? Alright, this is my last game. I'm leaving. Mickle!
Haha, depression gober.
Thank you, Mickle Pickle Man. I don't know who you are, but that was a pretty cool message, so thank you. I believe in you, Mickle Pickle Man. I should have probably gone with these two. Because I'm freaking stupid. Why am I this stupid? Should I do the OK Cupid app again? It's pretty entertaining. OK Cupid doesn't work because it's coronavirus season, that's why. You're what you call a silent lurker. There's a lot of those because really there's 300. There's actually about 700 people in and out every day, and there's like 100 people who chat. Less. So mostly. But thank you so much. You just donated $10. Jesus. Thank you so much, Mickle Pickle Man. Mickle Pickle Man. Mickle Pickle Pickle Man. Better not have another environment, bitch. Mickle Pickle Man. It's okay, guys. You don't have to donate if you're broke. We've all been there. I'm not exactly broke. I'm not at all broke. But I've actually been broke most of my life. This is really the first time, I mean, when I say this, I mean the last couple years has been the first time in my life where I've actually had disposable income. I've been broke most of my life. Thanks for making this a dream come true, though, guys. It's called being called a kid. Most of my life I was a kid. Yeah. Yeet. Yeet. Mickle Pickle Man. Mickle Pickle Man. Is it 7? 6. Pickle. Have you spent money in People's Heroes? Early on in 2016, 2017, people donated, so yes. Pickle. You guys are so gay. Is this the play? You look Jewish, really? I'm super Jewish. I am. I'm like 100% Jewish. I'm 100% Jigga. I'm definitely a Jewish N-word, guys. Imagine being able to say that unironically. Jews don't like gas. Shut up. Yeet! Man with face! Imagine going face. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Yeet! I'm in ass range? Your mom's in ass range. Of my dad. What's your real name? It's Ephraim. Like, Ephraim up. It's a Hebrew name. Ephraim. Your Old Testament. Okay. I don't think any Jews think about gas that way. But you're still gay. Yeet! Yeet! He's gonna bungee me. He has 2 cards left. They're not both nibbles. It's like stupid. Why would you nibble that one? You really need this 3-1 to... No, no, he's gonna go here. Yeet! Shut up. No one likes you. Bitch. How am I doing? Beside myself. No! Wow, Locust Orb. You know how many cards kill this? 2. There's Locust Orb. Okay, there's Alien News, but then there's Fruitcake. No one wants Alien News. No one wants Locust Orb, though. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna saltily quit the stream just because of that. No, that was gonna be the last game, regardless. That was some top deck miracle madness right there. You guys are all drunk. Man, Douglas, someone just donated $5. When did this happen? I don't even remember this. That's because you're drunk, Fry. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.